On the news at 10, President Muhammadu Buhari swears in 4 federal permanent secretaries as Federal Executive Council approves funds for energy and Ajaokuta projects. Senate amends Terrorism Act 2013, prohibits payment of ransom to kidnappers. Lagos State Government assures of improved access to quality and low-cost housing units for low-income earners. Lagos State Government commences free oral health screening for 10,000 students. On the foreign scene, Russia bans 287 British MPs, expels Japanese, Norwegian diplomats.
President Muhammadu Buhari has sworn in 4 new federal permanent secretaries. The president administered the oaths of office on the permanent secretaries shortly before the commencement of the meeting of the Federal Executive Council (FEC) at the council chamber of the State House, Abuja. Briefing State House correspondent after the weekly meeting, Minister of Science and Technology Ogbonnaya Onu announced the approval of the 2022 revised National Energy Policy by the council. The policy takes into cognizance the vast available energy resources including oil and gas, coal and renewable energies with a view to effectively utilizing them for overall national growth.
Nigeria is so blessed, and what we want to do is to make sure that we have a mix that will bring in all the various energy resources that Nigeria has for the benefit of our nation.
Minister of Power Abubakar Aliyu also presented a memo for the variation of a subsisting contract for 132 direct circuit line from Katampe to Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. The minister further disclosed that the council approved 2 contracts from the procurement of 2 sets of power transformers and construction of transmission line in Kebbi State.
The contractor approached us because of some delays on the project to seek for this variation, which all necessary due process were followed before approaching the FEC, and the amount is 201,949,000 811 naira.
Minister of Information Lai Mohammed, who spoke on behalf of Minister of Mines and Steel, announced that the council had approved the engagement of transaction advisors for the consultancy services for the concession of Ajaokuta Steel Company Limited and also the National Iron Ore Mining Complex. Senate has passed a bill seeking to amend the Terrorism Prevention Act 2013 and to prohibit the payment of ransom to kidnappers in Nigeria. The passage of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2013 Amendment Bill 2022 followed the consideration of a report by the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters. The report was laid by the committee chairman, Senator Okpeyemi Bamidele, before consideration. The lawmaker, in his presentation, the bill seeks to outlaw the payment of ransom to abductors, kidnappers, and terrorists for the release of any person who has been wrongfully confined, imprisoned, or kidnapped. He assured that the amendment to the Terrorism Act would set standards and regulatory system intended to prevent terrorist groups from laundering money through the banking system and other financial networks.
These are Disability Desk officers of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). They are drawn from the 36 INEC offices in Nigeria, including the Federal Capital Territory. They are in Lagos for a 5-day training on building resources in democratic governance and election with the acronym BRIDGE.
People they are not taking seriously the issue of disability, but the Commission has a lot of tremendous regard for them, and we also see them as very, very important in the role of electioneering. And in fact, we even engage some of them as workers in INEC. And during our recruitment of ad hoc staff, we also give certain percentage to people with disabilities. And therefore, we want our people to also be able to get that training so that it will impact on ad hoc staff when the time comes for them to be trained.
Professor Kunle Ajayi is the National Commissioner in charge of INEC's Outreach and Partnership Committee. He wants INEC Disability Desk officers to be more knowledgeable on field experiences and operational challenges to forge a strategic bond for quality service delivery in line with international best practices.
The support from ESS and the stakeholders has helped to reform and grow our systems of elections, their processes and outcomes. It is indeed in the interest of participating democracy in Nigeria to sustain this strategic partnership.
Section 54, subsection 2 of the 2022 Electoral Act empowers INEC to ensure that people with disabilities are given the desired support in the electoral process and at the polling units with assistive devices.
The desk officers will go back to their various states, and everyone will continue to educate, sensitize electorate, participate effectively, person with disabilities, and that way we will have increase in turnout. We will also have a reduction in void vote.
Some desk officers at the bridge training comment.
Almost 15% of people living with disability don't have access to voting process in Nigeria, but the Commission is putting everything together for inclusiveness of the people living with disability in the country.
There is no way the Commission can have all-inclusive election without carrying disability communities along in ensuring that election is all-inclusive.
The INEC training is coming in conjunction with the European Centre for Electoral Support, ECES. Omololuro Sonwo, LTV News.
The provision of comfortable and affordable shelter is key to human existence. The Lagos State government is not leaving anything to chance in this area. The visit of Shelter Afrique to the Ministry of Housing speaks to this.
Our offer proposition is very simple. We want a project. The team is here, Elizabeth and Yango, those are the business people. The money is here. British has come with the money. So everything is there. The business leaders are here. The money leaders are here. Mine is just a stewardship role. But we want a project for the commissioner. Essentially, that's our core here. We'll be very happy and to be very successful if we're able to discuss specific projects for our consideration.
Commissioner for Housing Moruf Akinderu Fatai says Lagos State government is ready for collaborative efforts with Shelter Afrique to deliver affordable homes in thousands.
All our efforts, the effort of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, his directive and his vision is to be able to provide for as many Lagosians as possible, especially those at the lower cadre, the low-income earners.
Akinderu Fatai adds that the rent-to-own plan is targeted at low-income earners, and the government, apart from subsidizing the cost, also ensures that 75% of any housing project goes into the program, with beneficiaries paying just 5%.
We are working presently with the private sector, and we are also building via budgetary means. The one we build via budgetary means are sold in most cases at subsidized rate. In some cases, can be as low as 50%, because it is the intention of the government that we must make sure that people and the kind of amenities that we provide are also comparable to anyone anywhere in the world. Even if we are even selling at low price, we make sure that these amenities there can compete with those we build on the island for high net worth individual.
The Sanwo-Olu administration has continued to set the pace in the provision of decent and affordable shelter in line with its theme's agenda.
Students of the Lagos Baptist Senior Secondary School and Senior College are the first group to benefit from the ongoing free dental screening and polishing organized by the Orile Agege General Hospital in collaboration with the Ministry of Education. According to the organizers, this program, which is the first two of the 99 public schools in Education District 1, Agege, Lagos, is to meet the unmet oral health needs via oral health promotion.
It is said that about 50 million hours is lost by pupils going to clinics in between useful time that should be used to attend school. 50 million hours in a year is lost. So we want to catch them young, yeah? We want to spread the dragnet to involve other education districts so that, as the theme says, no child is left out, and useful hours can be spent in school and not out of school.
This is our way of reaching out to them, giving them the opportunity to have their oral health hygiene done as well. In doing that, our hope is that, first of all, we will catch them young, give them that orientation, that initiative to always think about their oral health hygiene, and that is an essential part of healthcare altogether. Secondly, so that they can influence their parents as well.
As a school administrator, I know how important it is for self-esteem. Because when you speak and your mouth is oozing some kind of odor, nobody will want to stay with you in the class, or no one wants to move closer to you for social activities and for some other things. So it's very, very key, it's very, very important.
With the exposure the students have been given, they should go back home, and the parents should please assist us in giving these students a good health.
The students expressed appreciation to the state government and promised to extend the message of oral hygiene outside the school walls.
I've learned that brushing twice daily, morning and night, and changing our toothbrush at least every 3 months, and visiting the dentist twice every year.
I learned that it is good and advisable to brush our teeth twice a day, that is morning and night, and we should learn how to take care of ourselves.
2,300 students out of the 10,000 have so far been screened in the two schools. Aminat Elegushi, LTV News.
One of the Achilles' heel of an average business enterprise in Nigeria is the reliance and focus on a particular line of business, even during recession. Helping these business owners navigate during downturns is the focus of the April edition of the Nigerian British Chamber of Commerce Sharing Experience Series, which is a platform for accomplished leaders in the organized private sector. It is the turn of renowned fashion entrepreneur Adenike Ogunlesi.
We just think that it's appropriate to have men and women who have done well in their respective fields of endeavor to come and share their experience, and not just from a storybook kind of experience, but practical experience. And I think that just happened this morning.
When you focus your energy, you build your capacity. When you dissipate your energy by focusing on too many things, you become jack of all trades and master of none. So it's very important that wherever it is you find yourself, no matter what anybody else is doing, stay in your lane. Focus on where it is you want to go. Read the right books. Hang out with the right people who will support you on that journey. Open yourself and open your mind to change. In a world that has become highly distracted, success will belong to those who are able to galvanize their energy and focus on the things that are important and the outcomes that they want to achieve in their lives.
Participants speak on the impact of the program on their businesses.
This is a masterclass, really. If we were to pay for it, I'm not sure how much we'll be charged for it. So it's value packed. She's somebody who I've learned from far away, and today I'm able to be in the same room with her. I've learned so many things that will help my business about, focusing, having structures, being able to deal with talent, how to get talent, and a lot of other things. So I believe that my business from today is definitely going to take a different angle.
I feel like I'm in a place where I got to learn from someone who is more like my future, and I see that I'm doing well. I'm also big on collaboration, as you mentioned, collaboration.
With past speakers like Atedo Peterside and Jim Ovia, the Chamber aims to promote passion, audacity and innovation in businesses. Omomi Okewo, LTV News.
The Nathaniel Foundation has taken a giant stride to upgrade the popular Ajegunle Sports Center, formerly known as Maracana Stadium, to a world-class sporting arena. The sports complex, which is situated at the Ajeromi Ifelodun Local Government Council area of Lagos State, has been completely transformed by the foundation, with 8 medium and 10 mini AstroTurf football pitches. The first of its kind sports facility in Nigeria also have standard 11-a-side pitch, which is under construction and is expected to be completed before the end of the year. Member Nathaniel Foundation, Dotun Koka, stated that the foundation is planning big for youth football development in Nigeria, while confirming a tournament to test the facilities on Saturday, May 7th. Koka, who is an executive member of the Lagos State Football Association, revealed that the one-day football event will feature 128 teams that will compete in various age categories for boys and girls, including the Under-13 football tournament for invited teams from the football associations in the southwest states.
For any project to come on stream very well, you need to test the facilities. So it is good that after that event, we'll be able to know what needs to be corrected. So if you're looking at 128 teams multiplied by 12 players per team, you know the kind of numbers, and expected as well are the parents of these children. So you find out that the facility will be put to real test, pressure. So every other thing that needs to be corrected will be corrected before the formal commissioning of the facility. And when it is commissioned, definitely you find parents bring their kids in to come and have, a form of exercise to ensure their mental strengths are okay. And by the time the main pitch comes up, I tell you, it will host the kind of FA Cup, it will host some international events as well.
The chairman, technical committee of the LSFA, said the facilities, when completed, will be open for use, but noted that there are rules and regulations that must be followed by interested schools, football teams, individuals, and sports event organizers.
It's open to private use, it's open to government use, but there are ground rules that must be followed. So there are laid down rules and it has to be followed.
Ajegunle is a hub for talent in sports and entertainment. Koka explained that the facilities will aid the growth of sports in Lagos and enhance football development in Nigeria.
This is just the first out of the 4 coming on stream. There are others that will come up in other areas as well. So for this environment is a big plus for Ajegunle community that has been known to produce stars for Nigeria. So this is, a form of an enhancement to grow that development and production of more talented players for Nigeria.
The newly refurbished Maracana Stadium has hostels, media center, conference room, 4 dressing rooms, indoor sports hall and clinic center. He explained that the security at the area is well thought out from the entry to exit. Koka also revealed that the foundation is working round the clock to install CCTV cameras around the sporting arena as part of security measures to checkmate fans' activities during or after any game.
The structure of this facility, even at the entrance gate, there are sections, it's segmented. There are segments for where women will come in, the men will come in, the VIP will come in, and even provision for the disability, special sports. They have their own entrance, especially. So the media too have their own entrance. So for every client of this facility, they have their own entrance gate. So there's no problem about that.
For the tournament, participating teams will be put into 5 categories for boys with at least 32 teams each. The girls' team will also be included with 8 teams in each categories. 2 teams will represent each state from the southwest in the 12 teams invitational competitions for the under-13s.
At their youthful age, they must play pressure game, intensity. We want to see the players move on and off the ball. So that is why this kind of facilities is first of its kind in Nigeria.
The Nathaniel Idowu Foundation is headed by Yemi Idowu, who is one of the biggest stakeholders in Nigeria sports and a philanthropist who continues to make huge impact on human capital development even beyond the country.
The Russian Foreign Ministry has banned 287 British parliamentarians from entry into Russia, one of the latest tit-for-tat measures announced by Moscow against foreign governments who have protested against the Kremlin's war in Ukraine. The Foreign Ministry also announced on Wednesday that Russia will expel 3 Norwegian and 8 Japanese diplomats. Moscow expelled 40 German diplomats on Monday. It also added that the list included British parliamentarians who have played the most active part in drawing up anti-Russian sanctions and contributed to Russophobic hysteria. The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said in Parliament that those included on the Russian list should regard it as a badge of honor. Russia already blacklisted Johnson as well as UK Deputy Prime Minister Dominic Raab, Foreign Secretary Liz Truss, Defense Secretary Ben Wallace and several others.
That's the news at 10. Thanks for watching. For more news, connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. Please remember to call our toll-free lines 767 or 112 in case of emergencies.